This is But Don't Quote Me, a podcast about life, love, the culture, but just do not quote us. Hey y'all, welcome back. It's But Don't Quote Me, a podcast about life, love, the culture, but please don't quote us. Thank you very much. I'm Lindie.
I'm Madison.
And we're your co-hosts with the mostest, as you know. And today we have a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself, girl.
Hey, my name is Sheri, and Lindie and I went to architecture school together. So,
Woo!
The
The architects.
Literally. Yes, we brought Sharith on with us because although we went to architecture school, she's taken a pivot in life, and we just felt like we should really talk about it because it's so important to. I feel like it's so important to like know your options and know what's out there and really like step out on faith. So that's what we have her here on for today. But we're gonna start. But you didn't hear this from me. We're gonna start with our this or that because at this point this is what we do when we have guests. Like we love a good
Okay.
decision.
We love a game. Okay.
Literally,
We're
love
trying
a
to see who
game.
you are.
Exactly. Okay, so first this or that. You got to pick Spotify or Apple.
I definitely do Apple.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simply because
Definitely.
it's pink. That's really it. I don't really care about it. It's just, it's the aesthetic.
It really is. And I don't know. I just like people say like Apple's like for dummies, but please, like I feel like it's just so
Who
simple
said
and I like that.
that?
I know people be saying that all the time. Like if you have Apple
Oh
products,
my
it's like
gosh.
for dummies. Like you take the easy way out. It's
Of
simple.
course.
I'm like it's streamlined actually. It's actually
Exactly.
just simple.
Exactly.
Like yeah, it's
Ooh.
simple. The whole point is that it's
Yeah.
not hard. And I like that.
Exactly.
Mm. For
True.
Spotify, I do love like they're wrapped for like
Mm-hmm.
everything. I think that was such an idea, and it was smart of Apple to steal it.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
Spotify, they almost had me with that one. That's the only way I was like,
Mm-hmm.
dang, maybe I should leave them. But
I
now
know.
Apple do it, so I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because I just listened to I think it's called on Apple, it's called replay, like your year
Yeah.
replay. I went back, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, this is me? Like, I didn't know it was that. I didn't know I was on this. Like, what? For this year for me, it's been SZA's SOS album. Girl, had me in a chokehold.
Mm.
Had me in a chokehold.
My 2022 rap, it was a lot of Megan Thee Stallion, of course. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. She's got me in a
Hmm.
chokehold. I understand.
I haven't looked at my month one
Yeah.
yet, but I know it'll probably be like Lotto.
Bro.
I
Ooh.
was real aggressive with that album. I
Hmm.
was playing it every day.
Hmm.
I'm
Mm.
like the
Yeah.
promo team.
At this point,
I'm telling you, I work for her.
putting the
I
team on
work for
my
that
back.
woman. That's it.
Mm.
Okay.
No, literally. Okay, well, since we're doing that, we could go introverts or extroverts, or introverted or extroverted. I guess this is more like who are you,
Yeah.
and then also who do you
Hmm.
attract.
Ooh, okay. I would definitely say I'm more extroverted,
Mm-hmm.
but girl, I'd be anxious. So it really just depends on the day. Like sometimes I will be silent as a mouse. But
Mm,
I tend to attract more introverts, interestingly. Like a
Mm.
lot of my
yeah,
friends are like, they don't do all that rah rah like I do. So yeah.
I think that's what happens because literally me, like
Yeah.
extroverted. Well, I think the older I get, the more I'm like maybe I'm leaning in more into like an introverted extrovert. Like I like chilling and be by myself, but I feel like anybody else would just explain me as an extrovert. But I be
Yeah.
attracting introverts. I'm like, but also I kind of seek them out sometimes. Like I'm interested. What's happening in that brain? You're not talking about nothing. What about you,
Mm.
Maddie?
Oh, I'm introverted, very introverted, and I get anxious, which is terrible because it's like I know I'm scaring people.
Hmm.
But I think I attract extroverts, and then, but I'm not. I'm really not. I don't know. I think I am doing it on purpose,
Hmm.
but I'm not really trying to. But I am
Hmm.
at the same time. So I don't know.
It's like subconscious.
It is because I really like extroverts, but also I don't like to be around too many people. That's when I start getting anxious because it's like, why are we all here right now? So I
Okay,
feel
that's how I feel about
like
Gio.
introverted, but I'm only extroverted with people I know, which is bad because people I don't know, they're like, what's going
Yeah,
on?
I feel
Mm-hmm.
that.
Indeed. Okay, and then along the same vein, relationship or situationship? Are we giving real serious girls? Are we giving like vibes?
I'm gonna say we strive for relationships.
Mm-hmm,
That's
mm-hmm,
what I strive
Oh, I like that.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
for.
yeah.
Really try to stay away from situationships as much as possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes, we stumble and then we just correct and keep pushing forward. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I agree. I think you worded it perfectly.
True.
We do our best.
However, I am kind of open to a situationship because it's just like sometimes I just don't want to deal with stuff. And I like
Mm,
the fact that you don't have to deal with nothing for real. And it's
Hmm.
like when you get to the point you do, you can just go.
yeah.
And see, that
So,
would be, I would be cool with that if a man wasn't benefiting from it. You know, the fact that a man is benefiting from being in a situation with me, I
Yes.
hate it. Ooh, it bothers my soul.
oh,
Hate.
even if
I
you're
hate that.
benefiting?
Correct. Because why are you
Okay,
getting
just
something out
like,
of
okay.
this?
As long
I
as I'm
just don't like
benefiting, I
that.
don't care.
No,
I
it
have to
just be
benefit a little
like,
bit
why
more.
is no? Because you're
Why is a
happy
man having a good
here.
time?
Why are you having? That's what I'm saying. Why are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Not trying to wife me up.
Mm,
Oh hell no! Now I'm
no,
upset.
Oh,
seriously.
yeah.
Now I'm upset.
That's true
Like
because
yeah, I'm happy
sometimes,
here, but you're happy. Why are you happy? You
yeah,
should be
I
begging
could
me to
see
want to be
that.
with you, and I'm like, wait, not yet. Like what?
Yes. Hmm. Hmm.
And that is the
It's
problem. That's why situationships don't work with me.
hmm. Yeah, I
Okay,
agree.
Netflix or Hulu?
Okay. So crazy thing is, I'm gonna have to say neither because I just don't be watching TV like that.
Mm.
Lately,
Mm.
I don't know. Like I turn the TV on and I just be like, I don't know.
So you be
Only
like on your
thing,
phone, or you be
it's
reading?
more like I might watch YouTube, a little tutorial, a little
Mm,
documentary, the
mm-hmm,
vlogs, love the vlogs.
Yeah.
If
mm-hmm,
I'm on watching a service though, it's usually reruns. And Hulu has Living
okay.
Single, so I'd be on there because I love Living
Yes.
Single.
When I watched Living
Mhm.
Single for the first time, I'm like, this is why Black people were mad that Friends came around because Living Single really ate down. Like, it was so good and it was funny and I was invested. When I was watching Friends, it was like, it was dry background TV. But I wanted to get to the end, so I did.
Mhm.
And then eventually I just got
Mm.
invested in the characters because I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing today? But it was
Mhm.
never that enticing. I just knew it was a
Yeah.
lot of episodes and I was invested in a lot of episodes.
Mhm.
I never really
I
watched
I
it for real.
yeah, you
Friends
should. It's
or
really
Living
Friends?
good.
Single?
Oh,
Which one you
I
talking
seen
about?
Living Single. I never watched
Okay.
Friends.
Okay.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah,
It's
It's
good
just
though?
not nothing crazy. It's
Oh.
cool. It's just like sitcom TV with a whole bunch of
Mhm.
episodes.
That's where you
Yeah,
lost me.
I've never seen it either, but I hate the fact that like Living Single doesn't have more episodes. Thankfully it
Mm-hmm.
ended. Like you know what I'm saying? It wasn't
Like they
like cut
wrapped it
off
up.
like Girlfriends was. Yeah, but I
Okay.
do wish there were more episodes.
Literally, I watched Girlfriends fully when I was when it came on Netflix. So
Hmm.
I'm like, yes, I'm into it. And then we get to the cut. I said, oh, I'm gagged. I
Hmm.
forgot this happened. I have nothing else to
Hmm.
watch. And
I was devastated.
Joan never gets her happy ending. She been begging for it for fucking 15
Exactly.
seasons. Oh my god.
And did
She had
you
been
see
begging
the
for an ending
interview
forever.
of like what happened? Sorry,
I
did you see
think
the interview of what happened?
was it Joan that was talking about it? Or Tracy Ellis Ross? Okay, yeah, I think I did
Yeah,
see
she was
that.
saying
Hmm.
how Yeah. She was saying like they showed up to set and it was just nobody there. You know, I would have called the police. Like they showed
Oh
up,
no.
nobody was there, nothing, empty, dry, crickets. I was like, that's so disrespectful.
That is.
Mm.
I get writer strike, but
Mm-mm.
damn. At least let me know when my show coming back on.
Mm-hmm.
No. That's messed up.
Okay. And then it's funny because my other question was reality TV or scripted TV, but you said you don't be watching it, so.
Well, okay, hold on. Wait.
Oh.
In that vein, I have to choose. It's definitely gonna be reality TV. Like, yeah. Like Bad Girls Club, loved that. Baddies now, Baddies is a little bit like it's a bit chaotic for me.
All they do
But
is fight.
Exactly.
Mm.
And then I be sitting at home riled up like this is not even me. I don't even
And it's
No,
not
know.
even
they
real.
do. They really do get you riled up. It's like, damn, I'm mad. This is crazy. I gotta turn this off. I gotta stop watching this.
Mm-hmm.
That's how not baddies, Bad Girls Club used to get me. Because I'm
No,
like,
for
you're
real.
letting you're letting this girl bully you? Punch her in the face. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking
No.
about?
And I was too young to be watching it. Like, and I'm really like, girl, punch her on when you see her. Like, punch her on sight. Like, girl, you're
Literally.
like 12.
Y'all live
Please,
in the same house.
where is my mom
I
at?
know. And it's funny because the whole time I didn't realize the point of Bad Girls Club was supposed to be that they like weren't supposed to fight. Like they're supposed to be like rehab.
I didn't realize that either.
Yes.
I thought the whole
When I
point
watched
was
the first
get bad
episode.
girls together and see what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I saw
Not
it.
supposed to be rehab.
That's how it originally started. But I think they picked
Mm.
up the memo at the end, like, don't nobody want to see that.
Okay. You want
Yeah.
to see people doing better? Or do you want to see some fighting? Okay.
Exactly.
She just beat that girl up
I
and
said,
down the
go,
stairs.
And then I used to love when they got into a fight. You like, ooh, yeah, she did too much. She gonna get thrown out. She gonna get thrown out. I just know she gonna get thrown out. And then the producers would come in like, yeah,
Head turn, nod
you
head.
kicked her in the face, so you gotta go. It's like, of course you do. You kicked her in the face. Like, what's going on? Oh my gosh, that show needs to be funny. I wouldn't watch it again though, because I feel like if I watched it back, it wouldn't hit the same. I was a child, so I was really like mean and stupid with them. But as a grown up, I'd be like, that's why I can't watch baddies now. I'm like,
Yeah.
why are you hitting her?
Yeah. And then some of the reasonings for stuff, I'm like, girl, it's never been that deep. Please.
Never. No, half the time it was never that deep. It was like, this is my crew, and you not in my crew, so I'm gonna throw your food on the ground or push you up the stairs, or like throw your bed out my room because I don't want you to sleep in my room. It was like, okay, now we're bullying.
Yeah.
Beat her up. That's the next step because she's trying to bully you, so you have to beat her up. That's what I used to be saying to my TV.
Okay.
Beat her up. Okay. Okay, vibes, sacred or fancy hair. This could be product wise or it could be branding wise. What's your decision?
It's so unfortunately I never got to try Sacred. I haven't tried anything from her yet. But Fenty,
Okay, Beyonce.
so far I love Fenty. I haven't tried Fenty hair, but I've tried like Fenty skin, obviously Fenty makeup. Her what's it called? Sunscreen, girl. Love her sunscreen. Like
the tinted one or the regular one?
I don't know if it smell. I think mine is probably the unscented one.
No, tinted.
Oh, you said tinted. My bad. I use the untinted one.
Mm-hmm.
And it now it does go on pink, but once you put a little elbow grease in there.
You gotta scrub it in.
Then it's like you just look really glowy. And I really like her stuff. Yeah. But when I do try Beyonce, I'll let you know.
Yeah. I going off of product haven't even used them. But I feel like I would say Fenty too because like you said, from prior products experiences, she does her thing. And I mean, they both get really good positive reviews. But if I'm going like off of branding, I don't know. Maybe Brianna's paying the people more because I'm seeing way more fancy hair in my face than Sacred specifically. Because other than like that original launch, and then they had something drop, like some hair growth drops or something dropped the other day, which I didn't hear that much about it. They just kind of dropped it. I just heard that it was like hella expensive or something. I feel as though Rihanna Fenty, she's got it on the marketing as far as putting it in my face because I'm seeing it. So I'm gonna go her.
And I think that's the other thing with Beyonce is it's probably, I just have a feeling like it's high, like so high.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably.
It's like that's cute, but this is like a special occasion purchase. Whereas Fenty, she's still a little pricey, but it's like I can make this work, you know.
And it's in Sephora. I could go get that today.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Beyonce, I gotta wait. My hair is dirty now.
Stuff. Right.
My hair is dirty today.
My scalp itches today. I need to fix today.
Is she not in stores?
I never seen Sacred. I don't know where she would put it.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like Sephora is the only place.
It's really hard to beat Rihanna because she's like the face of the brand, and Beyonce really don't be outside at all. I don't know who's the face of the brand for Sacred. I don't think they have one other than like Beyonce.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like look wise, I do like Sacred, like the bottles look. It's just like it's just hard to beat Rihanna when she has like a good lineup in almost every category, like the makeup, fire, skin, fire. Haven't tried the products, but
you know her stuff is good because like it's not just Black people using it. Like, you know what I mean? Like the girls really use it and like be raving about it. So
no, for real.
Yeah,
that lip gloss is cracking the street for sure. Like
it surely is. I never thought I was paid like $25 for one lip gloss.
No, she really is the problem.
I use it.
That's why everybody do that
and don't think nothing about it. Like nothing crosses my mind about buying that lip gloss. I'm never like, oh, it's too much. Put it. Yes, let me the chocolate, hot chocolate. Yeah.
Okay.
Fenty Glow. Yeah. Throw it in the bag, please. Like, I don't even care. And that's how I know she got me. But yeah. And I feel like Beyonce, she dropped Sacred. The music was coming out at the same time. And then the liquor. I think it's a lot going on. Maybe people are kind of getting a little lost in the sauce. But as far as what she got going on.
I almost tried it though.
Yeah.
The liquor?
I almost did the whiskey. I think it's like a whiskey. I thought about it. I'm like, I won't.
$100 is what lost me. I said, oh, I'm sorry.
Well, if they had that in store, I got a problem. I'm gonna spend it. Sometimes I have to splurge, and I'm gonna get that whiskey.
It was in store, but probably not a lot of stores.
I'm gonna find it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get it, let me chase it.
No.
I think the thing with Beyonce is like her thing is she's such a strong fan base that like even if like I know I'm not heavy in her fan base like that, but I am so sure that it flew off the shelves. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she don't actually need to do what Brianna's doing. Exactly. The products are gone. Exactly. I believe that to be the case because the Beehive rides hard for her.
You think? Sorry, you can go.
I was gonna say, what happened to Ivy Park?
That was just a bad business decision with Adidas. I think. I feel like they wasn't. I guess maybe. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like they weren't selling the way they thought they would be selling because the clothes were weird and the prices were high. Like that's the bottom line. They weren't practical clothes or nothing like that. And most of these people are practical people.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how many. And then they would come out in like big lines where I'm like, I'm getting. I don't know. That's kind of hard. Like the pieces, I don't know. I think that's it. And I also think she only had like a certain amount of deals set up with them, and maybe like it was gonna end anyway. I don't think it was gonna be a forever thing.
Yeah, because it's funny because every time she drops, I used to be like, I can't wait, like to buy something, not realizing that like this is limited time only, limited stock only. And it used to be sold out in like 5 minutes. At least that's what I thought. It may not have been sold out in 5 minutes, but that's what it seemed.
I never saw it in real life.
Yeah.
That was the other thing. I'm
I
like,
have stuff from the line, but I don't think
oh,
no,
okay.
yeah, I have like shorts and stuff, but it's just like I agree with like the practical in the price and like the actual look. Like there was a couple collections I went through. I was like, this not for me. Like when I
Mm,
actually got stuff, it was like, okay, I like this individual piece. We'll just splurge and get it.
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But what I was thinking before, do you think Rihanna, like her success in the brands would be the same if she took like Beyonce's approach of like just going off a name? Or because I think like at this point she can do that now. Like she probably could stop
Mm-hmm.
being in the front all the time. But like if she started that way, would it be the same?
I
Because the
feel like
products are
it
good.
never works. It never works when like if Fenty was Rihanna, the name was Rihanna and it was Rihanna pushing it, I don't think it would have worked the same. Like I
Mm-hmm.
think the whole point is I created a brand separate from me, but it is me, and then
Mm-hmm.
people could just shop Fenty, 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 and like I don't know if you're not really tapped in, you could possibly not know that it fully connects to Rihanna,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I feel like a lot of times when celebrities try to do name stuff, it's like I don't know. You're not really doing it like that's
I
I
mean
don't care for this.
like Fenty, like I know like the name is different. I mean like the Beyonce approach as in like drop it and that's it. Like move on to music type.
I think
Mm,
I'll say I think the thing for me that made, or at least from like my area of the world, what I was seeing, the fact that when she dropped her makeup, the fact that she had so many colors and like nobody had
Mm,
done that, to
mm-hmm.
me, I think that's what sold her brand more than anything.
you're
Like
right.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was her face. That's in my opinion. I don't think it was her face, her name, or like her packaging, anything. I don't even think it mattered that it was affiliated with her. I think it was the range. Like I can actually buy makeup. Like you're
Mm-hmm.
attracting an audience of people that never get their stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now you've got
Yeah.
loyal people. Then on top of that, it's Rihanna. And then on top
Yeah.
of that, cute
That's
and
true.
like, you know what so to me, I think had she like not had she just dropped and done no PR or anything like that, I still think it would have done really well for that fact
Mm-hmm.
alone. Because I remember seeing real pale white people like, oh my god, I can finally like find my shade, and I was like,
Yeah,
dang,
she
You were
went far
struggling.
on both sides.
Yeah,
yeah,
But
that's true.
yeah.
mm-hmm,
Because I
That's
do
true.
remember that.
mm-hmm,
Okay. You know where you was when it dropped. But
Literally.
that's true. Like I forgot about that. And that's crazy
mm-hmm,
because that is such a big thing with her brand. Like she does that a lot with her lingerie brand. She damn near made Victoria's Secret go out of they were
yeah.
Okay.
almost
They lucky
done.
they still got their little
They
fashion
had that show
show.
yesterday. I said, oh my gosh.
That I
But
forgot
yeah.
about that. And
I
remember, she used to have those the walks. You know what I'm saying? Like it used to
Yeah,
oh
go.
she
yeah,
used to
like
have
the
her own
Savage.
show.
I
Okay.
forgot about that.
That
Mm-hmm.
show was going crazy.
I think
Mm-hmm.
she probably still might be doing that. It's just not
As popular.
I guess yeah, or like close to I mean Victoria's Secret it's very old.
She should do
So
it
you can
like
never
within the
really
next
like
week.
take them.
Mm-hmm.
If
You
I was
said
her, I would do it
close to
like
it?
very close to it, like make
Like
it a
that makes sense.
competition. I'd be like,
Yeah.
you see
Because
what
I
they
feel like
doing?
I would be able to win.
And you
That's what
know
I'm
what's
saying.
crazy too? I've never in my life seen any of the Victoria fashion like walks. I don't even know fashion show. Never seen it. Rihanna's definitely saw that. I remember she had Miguel perform. I think that's the only one I watched. I don't know if she's had multiple, but I don't even know if Victoria's Secret if they even have a
She might have
performance.
like two or three.
Oh,
No,
this
Victoria's
year,
Secret had Tyler this year.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
well, Tyler did
But do
good.
they usually have performances or did they take that shit from Rihanna? Because I don't
Rihanna.
remember.
I don't know when they started it, but I know they've had performances in the past. Like they had like the weekend. Rihanna
I'm
did it.
lying like hell. Right. I was like, Rihanna did it one year.
Yeah.
It just popped in my head.
I don't know. I only remember Rihanna and the weekend. Maroon 5 probably did it. Like, but I can't remember anything else. But I don't know when they started doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she really did bring a lot of diversity to multiple
Mm-hmm.
areas. So she damn near unbeatable.
Okay.
Shit.
It's her and whatever team she got behind her because they're
Mm-hmm.
they're working very well,
They're
very
thinking hard
overtime.
too.
Yeah.
Like she damn near unstoppable. The only thing that didn't work, I feel like she had like a clothing brand that didn't work. I forgot about it. River
Was it the
Park,
shoes?
I was gonna say
something
I
with a
remember the shoes.
Reber. RIH
Yeah, it was
something.
something. I think it was when she had those creepers. Or was the creepers with Adidas
No,
They
specifically?
I
were no,
think
they were Puma.
okay, yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's true.
Mhm.
Mm. Okay, well, I had one question which will lead into our daily shenanigans. So, let me find it. Okay, what does it say? Ambition versus comfort. What are we striving for? What will we decide? We want to be comfortable. We want to be super ambitious. What's the
Like
vibes?
me, the individual.
I mean, you could answer for both, whether it's you or
People
I don't
around
know
me.
a future partner or friend, like the
Okay.
relationships you like to form.
Okay, because I
Okay.
definitely want to answer for a future partner and myself.
Mm-hmm.
So for me personally, I think I would say like a comfortable kind of ambition because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I do believe there is such a thing as overdoing it when it comes to being ambitious. Like sometimes you do need to stabilize and sometimes you do need to like just like take a moment and live life, and like
Yeah.
that helps you in your ambition in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely not like an all grind type of person. So I definitely say a mix of
Me
both.
neither.
I'm trying.
Mix of both, leaning more towards ambitious than comfortable. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then for a future partner, like, I would definitely say close to those same lines. Like, in my personal humble opinion, I would definitely like a partner that's like a little more ambitious than me. I'm not trying to be pushing you as a man. Please. No, 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 no. Like, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I don't mind it. Like, go woo, woo, woo. But like, I'm not trying to be like you looking at me to give you, you know what I'm
The
saying? Like,
next move.
exactly.
Yeah. That's not it.
No. But I also think like, I also don't want a partner that's like, it's 4 a.m. and you're not up yet. Like, no. Mm-mm.
No, that's crazy.
No.
But
You
literally,
get woke up out your sleep, crying every
right,
day.
like, why you not like this to them?
Okay.
Listen, I completely agree. I
Mm-hmm.
was slightly talking to this man in high school. He was African. I'm on the phone with him and he's telling me things that maybe he thought was cute, but I hated. And that was really our good last conversation. And it was all that extra motivational last shit that you're talking. And I was like, Porque? That doesn't vibe with me. I'm sorry. I
Mm-hmm.
never want to be, that feels like you're shoving me like into the way you want me to go. And
Mm-hmm.
that's not the vibes. I just want someone who's sure and ambitious, and you don't even have to be for me in your field. So I see what you're doing over there. We can maybe have some
Right.
conversations, you know what I'm saying? But it never needs to give like, I'm turning you into this millionaire. We're gonna be billionaires. We're gonna. Okay. Please, I'm stressed.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be calm. I want to chill. So yeah, for sure. And then personally, yeah, I am. I teeter between comfort and ambition because I just be like, oh my god, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I don't need to do that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
good. Like when JT said, I'm good. I'm more than good. That's
Okay.
how I be feeling all the time. I'm like, I'm
Facts.
good. I'm more than good.
Mm-hmm.
But then I just be like, girl, post that motherfucking TikTok.
Yes.
Like, just get on, just grind a little harder. It's
Please.
just,
No, it's crazy.
right. It's, yeah, a double edged sword in my brain. I don't know. I try my best.
Dang.
Yeah.
I think right now, honestly, I think I just lean comfortable. Like I'm just comfortable and like I think I accidentally just get stuck in things. Like I'm just good at doing that. Like, oh, this is a good routine. It's gotten me to this level. Boom, that's good. And I just
Mm-hmm.
have like spurts of ambition where I'm just like, I'm going for a good minute. Like, okay, I got a lot done in the last couple months. Let me get
Mm.
comfortable again.
Yeah.
So I
Mhm.
think that's kind of a problem. Like I'd rather like, I don't know, I have to build up discipline. I think that's the overall problem. I don't got no discipline to like keep going. You know, I be feeling motivated, but also the discipline, the problem is I have to see results immediately. And if when it don't happen, I be pissed. Like, what the fuck am I still doing this for? Like, I don't want to do this no more. That's really the problem. I think I have ambition, but it's just like instant results are nothing else with me. Like when I want something, I got to go get it now. That's why I'm a splurger. And it's just like when I can't get it immediately, it's like, fuck am I doing this for? Which is why I be struggling. But so I think I do kind of teeter in between the two. It's just the problem of like not sticking to stuff. If I were to date someone, I do agree. They have to be more ambitious than me. But like if they go too hard on me, I just like walk away from things too. Like it's like, damn, nigga, back up. Like I feel like you just have to learn how to talk to me. Like you can push me, but it's just if people do it wrong, then I just walk away from them. So it depends on how they push me.
I feel like it needs to feel like a team effort. Like if we're both together talking about our goals, aspirations, and how we're gonna get it, cool. But the day I'm trying to chill, you come to me on some, hey, I didn't see 3 posts from you today, or then
please be quiet.
I feel attacked. Right. We're not having, it's not a mutual conversation that we're coming to together. You're just trying to push me in a moment that I want to watch this TV show. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it just depends on how they speak to me. I don't like when niggas talk to me sideways. Okay? Learn how to talk to people. God damn. And know that you can't talk to people the same way. Yeah. Please, whatever you did with the last shorty is not working with me. Back the fuck up. Goddamn.
No,
like, shit.
Some men just don't understand that. They be like, well, it's not a problem for me. Like, you can talk to me that way. I'm not you.
Who did that to him?
Right.
And why did you let them keep talking like that?
Exactly.
Let's talk about it.
That's what I never understand. When people try to do that switch, like, well, it doesn't bother me. Why doesn't it bother you, though? And just because it doesn't bother me doesn't mean anything about how I feel. Like,
you have trauma. I don't know.
Exactly. Like, that's a problem. I'd like you to figure that out. Because, what? Yeah, man. But anyway, we're going to get into the daily shenanigans of the week, which is our, topic where we talk about our full main topic, what we came here to talk about today. And like I said earlier, alluded to a little bit, we're talking about pivoting in your career, changing your mind, figuring life out, blah, blah, blah. You feel me? So that's where we're getting into. So give us a little backstory. They know we met each other in architecture school, but kind of like from architecture school to starting your career to figuring out, hey, I don't know if I like this.
Okay. So like Lindie said, I went to architecture school. I actually, believe it or not, I actually loved it. Like I enjoy learning. I don't have a problem with pushing myself in the right environment. And like for me personally, like the school of architecture, I loved it, loved my teachers, loved my peers. I had a wonderful time, like enjoyed myself thoroughly. Now, the problem came when the real world got mixed on top of that. And then on top of that, it wasn't even what I went to school for. It felt like it was like, this is an office job, So let me backtrack. So love school, everything went great. One of my mentors hooked me up with a connect to work at I don't know if I should name drop. I don't know.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know who's listening, but
no.
I hooked me up to work at a good firm. They had multiple different locations, and I feel like I can say this. It's like a Black-owned firm. It's one of the like more well-known Black-owned firms. And I wanted to go to their Chicago office. So, I'm like, Chicago's my favorite city. It's a Black office. What more can I ask for? Like, this is about to be it. So graduated, went straight to Chicago. Like, I was, what was it, like August? So I graduated that May, and by August I was working. I like first few months, everything was great. Like, felt like I was, needed, felt like I was enjoying myself. I loved my coworkers, loved my office. Everything seemed fine. Then there was the first incident, which like kind of snowballed into why I left. But essentially, one of my, like, he was the, what was he? Manager, project manager? No, he was a principal in my office. And mind you, I don't care about hierarchy, not one bit. It's just not in me. Like, I'm gonna see you as the individual that you are, and I'm gonna respect you equally on that level. Like, I'm not about to be bootlicking and doing all that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what's up? I respect. I'm not gonna be rude, but like in corporate, hierarchy is very important. Like, a lot of people care about their titles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this principal, it was on a Saturday, okay, invited me out to breakfast, like to like get to know me and stuff like that. And something came up, and something came up. I think I was trying to move because I wasn't in a safe neighborhood. And I texted him that morning. I was like, listen, I know I said we were going to get breakfast today, but I really can't because I have to go and sign for my new apartment. And like, I'm trying to secure this place because I need to move. Can we reschedule? That turned into a whole thing because number one, he was messaging me about having breakfast through Teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you're messaging me through business, through like work methods on the weekend, and not my phone number, So he's like, oh, I didn't see your message, and you guys like stood me up essentially. And I had my husband there, and we brought somebody there to like meet you and everything, and like you totally just stood us up, and like that was totally disrespectful. Anytime a principal or somebody higher up invites you somewhere, you go. I don't care what you have going on. And I was like, huh? And for me personally, now I understood like maybe I should have approached that a little differently, but I was like between a rock and a hard place. Like, I feel unsafe where I live. I have to move. Like, I'm trying to, get in a better situation so I can continue working or go to brunch off hours. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's just that's my worldview. And it differed from his, and that's okay. So that kind of like, for me, it was like a shock to my system. I was like, what? Like, it's never that deep. I just couldn't understand where he was coming from. And then it slowly turned into this, like, I felt like people were using Black as a cover for the company, and it wasn't really about Black people for real. It was like Black people on the face, but it's a bunch of like white people in the background working on stuff, working on the important projects that Black people should be on, weren't on. And I also felt like they weren't listening to me. Like, and I just was like, okay, you're telling me I left school to get this job where I have to be in an office from 9 to 5. I can't even get stuff done after work. Like, everything's closed. The only time I can try and do stuff is on the weekend. I'm trying to chill on the weekend because I'm like tired. They don't respect my boundaries when it comes to like work after hours. They're trying to schedule meetings for work on a Sunday. Like, that makes sense. I was just like, I can't.
No.
I was like,
Oh
this
my
is
gosh.
And so like I literally had two panic attacks. Like, one, like it was like it started off like my chest was hurting, like, couldn't breathe, all of that. And then that progressed into me being sick. Like, how people talk about like sick with worry, like I was throwing up. Couldn't keep food down, had the jitters and the shakes, like running a fever from being like worried with this job, because also it felt like every little thing I said, because another thing about me, I'm regular. I don't do that whole corporate talk, like code switching and stuff. It's really difficult for me. So I'm sending an email saying it like it is. Well, Sheri, can I talk to you for a minute? Can I pull you to the side? I just don't think the way you sent that email was very professional. I think moving forward, you need to do, and like, I get it because I'm new. I'm still learning. Like, I haven't had an internship before or anything like that. But it always felt like you need to, like, it felt like they were chipping away at who I was as an individual and not respecting me. And like, advocating for me in a sense, or like being like, yeah, like it's not a big deal. It's just an email between interior people. Like, it's not even like to partners, contractors, etc. So I was just like not feeling it. And then I found online my business coach. Her name is Jessica Hawks. I'm gonna definitely shout her out. She basically was talking about like, I saw her on TikTok. She was talking about like, oh, you've been like stressed out, burnt out. You like are working in a 9 to 5. You're really wishing that you had more time to travel. You're tired of having to like ask for time off for simple stuff, using sick days when you have like mental health days, like your mental health isn't good, and you just want to make more money. You want to work from home. Like, I have the perfect thing for you. You would need to be a virtual assistant. It doesn't take any like education or anything. You don't have to have a degree. She was a college dropout herself. She was like 27 at the time when I took the class. And she's like, now I have a multi-million-dollar business. Like, I now teach people how to do this. You need to do this if like you're just wanting to break out of the mold. And I was like, this sounds very interesting. Let me take a look. So I stalked her for a long time, and I was like, her now any type of course is always expensive. Like, it's just
And a
if
little
it's,
suspicious.
and that's the other thing.
Because I probably would have been like,
You're
teach me how to
scared.
be a virtual assistant.
Yeah.
Because my TikTok used to be full with them people trying to get me to be a virtual assistant. I was like, I'm sure you are making millions, but I'm scared.
But I was scared. So I actually did like a lot of looking on, like digging for her. She was like, she's been on to VidCon. She's been had like her, what is it, like in interviews, podcasts, papers, stuff like that, articles. And I looked at her website, like checked everything out. I was like, I don't know, I'm scared, but also like this feels like the right thing. Now, mind you, prior to me purchasing the course, I was free. I was like, so like in her like spiel, she's like, I went from making, $12 an hour to making $4,000 a month or $9,000 a month in 4 months, and you can do the same thing too. And I'm like, have this vision in my head, like in 4 months, I'm gonna be making $9,000 a month. And my whole life's about to change. Da, 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 da. And the Lord had to sit me down. He was like, sis, that might be her story, but it may not be yours. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna do this course, you have to keep in mind like your path is not her path. So if you do this thinking with the intention of wanting $9,000 a month, then don't do it. But if you are doing it with like the hopes to change your current day to day and like just try something different, then do it. But don't think that like you're gonna live her life, because it's not gonna happen. So that like helped bring me back down to earth, and I was like, okay, took the course. Now, was I making $9,000 a month in 4 months? Absolutely not. No, wasn't happening. But I do like now. I'm not making a lot now, but like even now, I can go out to eat with my friends. Like I can pay for my gas. Like I'm slowly but surely kind of like picking up momentum, and also I've been getting like a lot of clients quicker in a shorter span of time. Whereas when I like first started, I was like one client over 6 months. Now in like 3 months, I've got like 5 clients all at one time. You get what I'm saying? So that's kind of like, I feel like a messy rehash of how I pivoted and like how I got to where I am. I don't know. Let me know if you have any questions about.
My question is, how he didn't see your Teams message if you was messaging on Teams and you sent the message back on Teams?
That's my thing. I guess
Maybe because he was already on the way, but it's like,
yeah,
the Wi-Fi never connected because Teams is not that slow.
It's not. I think it's one of those things where like he must have, maybe he had his settings set up in a way where he didn't
get notifications,
or something. I don't know. But I sent it, mind you, not even like the morning of. I sent it the afternoon prior.
That don't even make no sense.
That makes it worse.
Your partner and a random other person.
I'd be mad if somebody brought a whole group too, though. Fuck you, bring like it was nice
getting breakfast. No,
I guess the attention of like,
to the world?
Hello, I was confused, but like okay, like people to network with, but like why would you not say nothing? You just
Yeah,
showing
I
up
feel
with
like
your
that's
whole
something you would
family?
let me know.
I said,
And
what?
and then when you went into the teams to let me know you was bringing people, you would have saw that I wasn't coming, and then you could have been like, "Oh, we can reschedule." But instead, ain't no way he put up to that brunch. I feel like ain't no way he was there
No,
because, like,
no, he did, and
who
it's
doesn't
clearly
double
You took a
check?
picture.
vivid in my memory.
He was like, "We're right here. Where are you?" That's insane.
No,
That's
yeah,
really like my worst nightmare in this corporate world. So
yeah.
it's like that would have stressed me. I would have been just like you. I get stressed over
Oh,
anything, but if
literally.
that man said that to me, I wouldn't have ate for 30 days and 30 nights. I would have literally been on pins and needles because it's like, are you trying to ruin my career? Like, are you trying to
Are
blackball
you
me?
playing?
Are
Hello?
you kidding? Are
Literally.
you serious? Because accidents happen. Like, even though
Mhm.
it seems like you were fully communicative, like, okay, he didn't see it that way, fine.
Mhm.
But so what? Like, things happen. Who told you to bring your whole ass family to the establishment?
And mind you, the day before, like it was the Friday in the office before it happened. He was like, "Are you gonna be able to make this brunch?" And I was like, "I don't know yet. I'm not sure
Okay.
because I'm trying to move because there's been shootings in front of my apartment. So like
Yeah.
I'm still, he was like, well, he was like, just come, like making it. The way he was talking to me made me feel like it was low key, like, girl, just come, like it'll be fine, like
Right?
no
Like,
stress,
forget the
And
shootings.
I
Like,
was like, okay, like I don't want to tell this man
forget
no.
that they getting shot in front of
Yeah.
your house, girl. Like, you want an omelet? Come on.
Literally.
Oh my gosh. That is
Don't you want some
scary.
French
That's crazy as
toast?
hell.
Nah, that
Hello? They
is
got the
wild.
they got the best French toast in the city,
Oh
Okay.
girl.
Lord,
It's
Come
the
on.
best
Stop playing.
bottomless. You can get a mimosa
Okay,
and
bottomless
everything.
mimosa. We put it on the company card. Stop playing.
Really?
no, literally, and like even talking about it, like I'm literally like just like shaky. Like when I tell you, I was stressed, like
Yeah,
No,
that's
and I get
crazy.
it.
That's stressful.
traumatized. Like when
I
I say my
actually,
stomach dropped, I was literally on the floor. I was like,
especially
wow.
after he was doing that whole ass, you don't stand up a principle. Da 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 da. Oh God, I
I
would
would
have
have called
crumbled.
HR. Someone's gonna call. I'm
Well,
calling my
sure, yeah.
daddy. Shit.
No, seriously.
I'm
Definitely
calling
called
my
my dad.
father.
I was like, Dad,
Hello?
Dad.
Grown man talking to me like that. You better talk to my
I would
dad.
have
Shit.
crumbled. Do you hear
Don't talk to
me?
me.
I would have
Oh my
literally
gosh.
crumbled. So I completely understand. That's so stressful.
Mhm.
Ugh.
And mind you,
Ooh.
this is a black man. So I'm thinking we're cool, 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 cool.
Apparently not.
Mm-mm.
That man got serious real
Biggest
quick.
op.
That's so right. I'm like, listen, and sometimes they be sometimes okay, because my biggest op at work also was a black woman, but
Mm.
I didn't like how she worked. She personally didn't do anything against me to in front of the white people, but when it was just me and her attitude when there's a deadline is uncute. I hate it. I'm like, girl, just
Ooh,
you're
wee.
making me stressed because you're stressed, and I get it. It's a stressful time, but don't put that shit on me. Like, let's vibe. Let's get it
Please.
done so we can get it done. But she's like snippy and trying to be fast. And
Right.
did you do that? And da da da. Worry about the shit you are already doing, okay? So we can just. And if I have a question, I'll ask. It was too much.
Right.
Okay.
Ooh, wee.
Meanwhile, my best
Cool.
partnership, best time was with
So
this white man. I said, you never know.
Literally.
Yeah, and you never
bro.
know, really.
Okay. When you did like the course
Mm-hmm.
and I guess the months like starting up, how do you like stay focused? The course is online? Cuz
Okay.
it's like sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah. So like, okay. Her course was, what is it, 11-week course with a 1 week break. So, um, and mind you, that, what was it? I paid $4,900 for that. Very transparent. It was expensive. The
Mm-hmm.
Lord bless me. When I was quitting, I got a bonus. and paid that thing off. You see what I'm saying? So it worked out.
Severance.
Okay. Now, it was an 11-week course, and it was like Monday. We had a guest speaker come, and these were like, you know, multi-million-dollar women business owners who are talking about maybe like time management as a business owner who works from home and, like, you know, doesn't necessarily have a community like in the same way that you do with coworkers. Or maybe it's like a mental coach, like someone that specializes in teaching people how to get through hurdles, etc. Social media managers, people that, like, you know what they do. And it was like all those like kinds of people, not only like talking about
Sorry, people
talking
walking in the
about
house.
talking about how they got started, what they see with the people that they work with, and like advice that they could give us. So that's happening every Monday at like 6. And then on Thursdays, we have like the creator of the course, Jessica. She's like talking with us and like letting us ask her any questions, any walkthroughs. If anybody had clients yet, like, I'm having this issue with my client, et cetera, et cetera. And then in between that, she also had like modules of stuff and homework for us to do. Like, okay, this week we're talking about mindset, which I would have never thought that's important, but like, that's one of the biggest things she talks about. Like, we're talking about mindset. We're talking about how to post content, how to get clients, how to work with clients, contracts, legalities. Like, thankfully with her, she covers everything. So like setting up your LLC, you know, getting your contracts. Here's a test contract or an example contract, and here's where to go if you want to purchase a more in-depth contract, you know, if you don't know lawyers in your area. Like, she helps you cover all of that so you can like have a legitimate business by the time you finish your course. And if not, have multiple clients within the time of taking the course. And then we had like Slack, which is kind of like Teams essentially. You can like message her every day, like, hey, how does this work? Or can you look at this and tell me what you think? So that's how that looked. And then I was obviously focused during that time because it's like all them people, it's like what, 30 people doing it with you. We're talking all the time. We got classes, you know, it's easy. After that, it's just, I think it really comes down to your personality at the end of the day. And do you really want to do this? Because you're going to do, if you really want to do it, you're going to do it. So like for me, I had quit my job. So I was like, I'm not trying to go back to corporate and I don't want to go work at Target. So we about to make this work as much as we can. So I scheduled time. Like, I didn't have no clients for those first few months. Scheduled time to like work on my website, work on my branding, continue refining my content, like my social image, trying to network. And that was just because I had nothing else to do. And I'm the kind of person, I can't sit around all day and like do nothing. So I poured all my energy into that because that's all I had to do. And I work better when I'm up against the wall. Like, if I had been working and trying to do it, I know that it would have been a compromise. Like, I'd be like, girl, I got off work. Like, I don't want to do this today. I don't want to like post. I'm just not going to. And then like that snowballs, you know, and it just like prolongs the goal that you're trying to reach. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing that, but I know it would work for me. So I just like jumped right head first. And that's how I was consistent for those months after.
That's good. Because I'm thinking about it like, if there was like a do nothing challenge, I'd probably win. Like, you want to see me do nothing, I'll do nothing. Like, put me in an experiment, I'll sit there. But I think that is like personality and mindset. That probably is like a crucial thing, especially for things online. Like, because even when I took online classes in school, I'm like, I can't focus. I'm gonna cheat. Yeah. So it's like, I just no, for real. Like, sometimes you just gotta look shit up. Like, I don't know the answer.
I think
but
if
like,
I knew how much classes were, then maybe I would like, because you knew like, okay, I spent $4,000 on this. Let's get serious. Like, if I had an online class that I'm like, then they told me it was $4,000 that of your money you've already spent on this, I would be like, okay, well, what what's in that book? Let's read it. It's like, what? Yeah. So is there something that like you've done before? Like, are you a person that usually kind of like steps out on faith, or is just like out of character for you, very like, whoa, she quit her job and now she's doing this. Like, what's the difference?
Mm-hmm. So I'm definitely, I will say, I'm. Let me put it like this: it wasn't surprising to people that know me. You know, they weren't like, you did that, but there was some mild shock. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because I'm the kind of person, like, if I have a goal or I say I'm gonna do something, it's going to happen. I don't care. Like, period, it's getting done. And I had said for a long time, like, I'm going to school for architecture. I'm gonna be an architect. Like, that was it. That was the whole show. So they were like, "What do you mean? Like, you're leaving? Like, what do you mean you're quitting? Like you're quitting too soon. You just didn't like that place. Like, maybe you should try something else." Like, and I don't know. I just knew that wasn't for me. But in general, I definitely think it was more of a, like, for me and my own body, it was uncomfortable, and it was definitely a stepping out on faith, because the reality of what happened, like, sure, I can sit here and like say like, oh, I did it, like, it wasn't a big deal. But like, when I was quitting my job and taking the course, like, those couple months where like work and that class were overlapping, I was fasting. Okay. Because I was trying to figure out, first of all, my life, like, what the heck am I doing right now? Like, I'm not happy, I'm not feeling it. Like, it feels like I've spent my whole life working really hard to get a good job, get a good career, do the right thing, don't mess with boys, because at least my parents, don't be worried about no boys, don't be worried about no parties, go to school, get them get them grades and everything. Did all of that, stayed focused, said my prayers, even went to church, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
One with the
it's like,
Lord.
come on. It's like I've come to this point, and it's like, it feels like I put in a lot of hard work for nothing. So I'm really confused on what was the whole point of me, like, being so focused and diligent just to not be happy with where I am. I was like, God, stop playing. Please stop playing. I don't like this. And I would come home, I would be crying, praying, crying, trying to figure out like what's going on. And in that time period, that I only fasted for a week. Mind you, it was very difficult because I can eat. I ain't never fasted in my life. It was difficult.
Yeah, I completely understand.
It was
Because
difficult.
I would have gave up.
And
Like, Lord, tell it to
yo,
me.
no, it
Hurry
was
up.
hard. It was hard. And in that time, when I tell you, like, a bad thing happened every single day of that week. Every
no.
single day of that week. And so it was like the Lord was just making obvious for me, you don't need to be here. It's time for you to leave. And it's like,
This is while you were
something
still
that
working?
it's almost, yes.
Okay.
I literally I would like be at the office. So, like, something had happened with one of my managers, something like that. Had to leave the office because I was like boo-hooing, like, in front of everybody, all that snotting, hiccuping, like that type of crying, like,
No.
on that level. Ooh, so while all that was happening, I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to go. Like, this is the Lord showing me, like, it's time for me to try something different. Trust me in this process, and it's going to be okay. You're already trying something different. Remember that, like, the course is not going to save you, obviously, right? But trying something different and having faith that I'm going to take you through whatever is about to happen, like, that's what I did. And it was unusual for me. It was difficult. I did a lot of journaling and praying, but it's definitely a walk of faith. I feel like that was long-winded, but yeah.
No, it makes sense. I was just curious because if I did that, people would be very shocked. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God. Because I've very much always been a like, this is the path. This is what we're doing. I think I'm only getting rebellious-ish in my older years because I was very much like my parents. They said this is how things go. This is how I do it. Although
Right.
there would be like little things like clean my room or whatever. Like, please, I'm a creative. Shut up. But like, as far as like school, grades, all that kind of stuff, it was gonna get done because this is how things go. So this is how I should be doing it.
Right.
So yeah, I completely understand because I would have been stressed. What?
Yeah, yeah, definitely a walk of faith.
But I get
But
that
I also,
architecture is really like hard.
mm-hmm, it ain't no game. It ain't no game. But I'll also say too, like one of the biggest things that I've learned is like I know people say there's more to life, but be it like school and institutions really teaches you or like sets helps you to set up your frame of mind to view life and the world in one way only, and like
Mhm.
anybody else who's outside of that, oh, they're just rich, or like that's an outlier, that's not normal, when in reality, like school and like going to school, getting a degree is a small piece of a much bigger picture of like opportunities for each individual. Like
Mhm.
I like the people that I come across, the stories that I've heard, like I'm like, wow, so all of these people, it's like you realize there's actually more people doing the stuff outside the box than there are inside the box. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
If you do feel like, oh well, maybe I need to try something different, or maybe I need to like just see what else there is, you will be surprised. You will be surprised. Like um one lady that I came across, she's a business coach now, and
Mhm.
she was a teacher, which we all know teachers don't make that much. And she was like in her 30s, 40s. She quit her job and she was teaching differently abled like kids. Like that was her thing, right?
Mhm.
And she became a florist for a while. Then the pandemic came. That didn't really work out, obviously, because ain't nobody ordering flowers. And then she was like, let me try and start an online business. And now she's like, I vacation in Paris half the year. And then, or like, I live in Paris half the year. The other half, I like work 6 months. And even then, I only work 20 hours a week. And I make well over what my husband's making. And now I've retired him and just bought my dream car. Da 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 da. And she's like, and all of this is possible because I just tried something, or I took the chance, or like I just said, well, what if like there's more? And girl, you'll be so surprised. Even people younger than you, younger than us, like doing
Mhm.
crazy stuff. There's this girl, she's like 18. She makes $20,000 a month off of Shutterstock. Like
I don't even know
she
what that
takes
is.
pictures and uploads.
I
Exactly.
was,
Like
I was, my brain was moving. I said, I'm gonna find out. I know what that is.
when you can download offline stock photos.
Yeah,
She takes
Mm.
pictures and
She
uploads
takes
them.
the
And because
pictures. You see,
that's
that's
tough.
that's cool.
right?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think with all of
Mm-hmm.
this for me is like I just don't like how I don't know what else is out there, and I don't really want to step out because I don't know what it is. So it just seems like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
like me trying to figure it out, and I'm not prepared for that. And then there's also a lot of misinformation, like that course
Yeah.
that you took for $4,000. We're lucky, we're glad, we're happy that it was a good course because a lot of these courses are not like that. A lot of people are just here
Yeah,
for a big buck
scam
and they're
city.
really exactly they're really not trying to help people like find out what else there is to do and like actually how to do it. So it's hard to really put your trust in these kind of things. We're like,
Yeah,
like what is that? And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people don't want to give you the information for free. So now I'm just like
Exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It's hard, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad it's working out for you because
Mm-hmm.
that's good. So do you
Mm-hmm.
think that you're gonna continue, or you think this is just like your first stepping stone into your entrepreneurial life, or architecture you haven't given up on it yet?
So I'll be honest. I still love architecture. Like, love her,
Hmm.
love her real bad.
Love her
I
down.
just no, seriously. But I think me starting my business is just the first step for like so many different things I probably haven't even thought of yet.
Hmm.
And I know for sure that I definitely want to get my license under my own company. Like maybe I can, I don't know, years down the line, it would be cool to like hire somebody that's already licensed and then like they help me get my license in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can work it out that way, we'll see. Or if I have to go, like, I don't know, maybe contract with another person and we work together or in some kind of way so I can get my license, that would be cool. But I know that I'm as far as what I can see for myself doing now, I don't intend to go back to not being an entrepreneur, but at the same time, the Lord does what he wants, you know? And I've learned to be open and humble and, you know, like I'm open to anything, but I do know that like the freedom that I have now is going to be, it would be so difficult
to do it.
to go back
Yeah.
into like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So,
understand. I get to work from home some days and I still be like, but I still feel chained.
Girl,
I still feel
I work at home
chained.
every day and I'm just fighting for my life every day. Every day. But I think I haven't found what I like yet. And I don't think I was exposed to what I like. And I also don't think I exposed myself enough. So it's a struggle every day.
yeah. I think one of the best things, anybody who's like just curious, wants to know what else is out there, I think the best thing that you can do is start like surrounding yourself, even if it's on social media, with people who do things that are different from what you're typically interested in. So like for me, because I took that course, I got exposed through that course to many different people in areas that like I didn't even know existed, right? But like even one of the simplest things you can do is like, let's say you find a business coach, or I don't know, somebody comes across your feed in some way and you see that they're talking about being a business owner. Go through their following and see who they follow, and then stalk those people and follow them. Then that's how you get to see who people are in community with, who do they know, who do they talk to, also who like what's their people looking like. And then from there, that when you follow those people, that helps you see and like get exposed to language and ideas that you wouldn't normally see. Because I think like the algorithm is good, but the algorithm can also kind of be a cage sometimes. Like it will really only show you what you think you want to see. So sometimes you just have to like break out of it as much as you can. And then from there, like you were saying, like I just don't know what I'd be interested in or like what I like.
Yeah.
That is one of the easiest ways. Like we know we scroll anyway. So just like be intentional with the scrolling every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? And you'd be surprised.
True. I guess I gotta see. I'm in the boat of like I still would like to do something that's like architecture adjacent. That would give me more life flexibility for sure. Because I know, I mean, I don't know how to really explain it, but the firm that I'm at now, the people that I work with, I really like. So I feel like might be the best experience for me to get the corporate life experience because I'm enjoying at least like my coworkers and the work we do. It's just like when you're in the weeds of work, it really pisses me off. But like, you get on the brighter side and you're like, I did that. That's what's up. So I feel like this is the best experience now for me to just like stay and learn and do all that kind of stuff. But long term, definitely, I'm in the search, opening my eyes to like corporate project managing architect life is just not going to be it. I don't want to be here. Like I get the project thing and all, but I just want to try something different. See how it
Yeah,
goes.
I get that.
But still like
For
have some
sure.
type of architecture touch or design touch or
Yeah.
something.
Like I also know for me, I know at one point I definitely want to be a professor. What? I would love that.
Yes. Okay. I want to
Like,
sit there and be like, that's amazing or that sucks. Because why not?
exactly. And like, yeah. And also too, I also think I want to make it clear, like, some people, they start a business and they become like bitchy, like, yeah, I could never do corporate. Like, that's not me. Like,
Right. 9 to
lame,
5
boo, y'all,
never.
Okay.
right? And
You still
like,
doing 9 to 5s? Yes,
Okay.
I am. Like, what the fuck?
and like, I want to make it clear, like, I don't, life, you do what makes you feel good. And like anybody listening, do what makes you feel good. Like, don't let somebody else's view of what makes them happy make you feel like you gotta change your stuff, or I gotta be more like them, or whatever. Like, take the best thing about life is you can take it at your own pace and in your own way. Like, there's no rules. It's just for me, like, my whole thing was I felt like I had rules, and then I was like, wait a minute, I don't. So since I don't, let's like try something different.
I feel that. I'm still very much in my rule mindset. I'm doing my best. Just a little bit.
And that's okay. That's your business.
Okay. Okay. Well, you talked a little about staying motivated, but do you have any like tips and tricks for like continuing to stay motivated through? I guess it could be now that you have clients and you're like expanding on your business, or even just like when you was first not having any clients. Like, what was the real motivation? Like, please, I got to keep going.
Yeah. I guess number one, I already said like this. It's kind of a little bit of how I'm hardwired, just a little bit, like maybe 5%, and like the rest, I don't know. I think part of it was like I was scared, and fear will have you doing stuff. Okay, like I was scared to like. I'm naturally a people pleaser, and that can like snowball and look like many different things. And
Yeah.
like I quit my job, moved home because like I'm not about to like stay in Chicago and try and pay rent, and like I was like, let me just move home and like let's start fresh. And I was like scared to disappoint my parents, scared to disappoint, I don't know, like my friends, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just scared to like have made such a big decision and then it flopped.
Yeah.
So that had me, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I can't not like make this work. And that's just me being real. But on the other hand, I think um one of the biggest one of the biggest motivators is going to be just stuff that you like doing. If you have to, I think like if you have to force yourself to do something on a more often than not, you probably just don't like it, and that's okay. Like, you probably just need to find what you do like, because I really have experience like, if it's that people say the stuff that you, what is it like, you, if you like what you're doing, it's not really work, so like you look forward to it, like you want to keep going. Like, there were times where I used to be up at like 9 o'clock just like working on my website, or just, I don't know, working on templates for my social media or whatever, because I enjoyed doing it, you know what I'm saying? At that time period, like, it was fun to me, like it was creative, I got a chance to do something that I never thought would be worth my time doing. So that's what kept me motivated. And I think like another aspect too was like, I made it a priority at the beginning of the year when I made my vision board, like, make sure God is a part of my life in a daily manner as much as possible. And so because I was like praying a lot, like, the act of praying causes you to like think about things that you want to work out. So I'd be praying for my business, praying for my family, stuff like that. So because I was actively praying for my business on a regular basis, it made me like also work on it on a regular basis. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think those few things definitely helped me to stay motivated.
I feel that. I don't know. I be liking doing stuff. I like to do stuff, but then I also struggle to be motivated doing them. It's something about, and I don't know, actually. I really don't know what it is, because I don't be like scared to post or scared to make the video. I just be like, I'd rather lay down right now. Like, I'd rather scroll on TikTok than make a video to post one right now. And I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And like Maddie said, it comes in spurts. Like, I be real good. 2-3 weeks, I'm on that Instagram. I'm going in. I'm posting every piece of content everywhere.
Okay.
And then I'm just like, maybe sometimes I feel like I know they tired of seeing me. Like, I probably have that a little bit of like, okay, maybe you're doing too much, chill out. And then I go back and
Yeah.
think, no,
have you heard of cycle syncing?
no.
Yes, like
Like
periods.
Yes.
periods?
Why are
Oh
you on
yeah, yeah, I have.
the Are we synced?
Yeah, right.
So cycle syncing is actually, I actually learned about this too in my course. Crazy, but cycle syncing is also really important too when it comes to creating content. Like
Mm-hmm.
you'd be surprised, like when you're on, like I don't know all the phases of the cycle, and I should, but I don't. When you're in certain phases of your cycle, you're like less likely to want to post, less likely to want to show up and show your face, less
Unmotivated.
likely to like, you know what I'm saying?
Damn
And
near
then
every
there's
day.
gonna be times like typically they say when you're ovulating, like that's when you be wanting to be like active and like let me post, let me do it, and it
Yes.
happens every single time.
You
And
know,
so
that's
one
probably the
thing,
case because I'm literally, maybe TMI, whatever. I'm literally on my period right now and I don't want to do anything.
exactly.
Don't want to
Mhm.
do a thing. Have not put my face in a
And
camera once.
yeah, and
The first time.
we had talked about like using your cycle to your advantage. So like if you know when you're going to be on your period and like when your low energy days of the month are, like
Mm-hmm.
plan out like when you're ovulating or whenever you have like high energy and you like want to be in everybody's face, batch out like a lot of content, like record as much as you can, type up stuff, get a bunch of stuff set up for the rest of the month, and then schedule it and just like send it out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That way it appears that you're being consistent, but you get to like have your I don't feel like seeing nobody, talking to nobody moments. Like you get what I'm saying? So like maybe you
Yeah.
could try cycle
That would
syncing that
work if I was a pre-planner, but I'm not. But
way.
honestly, it's a good idea. I probably should do that, and I will work on one, knowing when my period is supposed to come, and two, planning it out because
Real.
I'm not a birth control girly, so I cycle sync with anybody
Yeah.
around me. So sometimes literally
It's me.
every time I'm around Madison, a new girl, if I'm around her too much, the women at my office, like I'm just out here living because I'm not controlling it, so it's doing whatever it wants to do.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I definitely need to do
Real.
that. I will I don't know, next week when I start feeling real
Ooh.
energized, I'm gonna work on batching content, whatever however you
Nice.
say that. Because yes,
Batch.
a
Is it
good
batching?
week or
I don't
two
know.
of a month,
But
I
yeah.
hate life and don't want to post anything.
Yo, honestly, I feel like my thing is two things. It's really the, I hate to talk about them like this, but I hate that job, man. And I was
I was
I
like,
was
what?
happy when I got it. I was happy when I got it because
Mm-hmm.
I was laid off and I was happy to get anything. I said,
Yeah.
"Yes. Praise the Lord. I got
Mm-hmm.
something." It was a drought.
Mhm.
But I think it's that really dims my mood. I feel like ever since I got this
Yeah.
job, I've been in a bad fucking mood. Not in the beginning because I was getting that money on, but
Mm-hmm.
now that I'm really still here, I'm like, God damn, this is taking it out of me. Also, another problem is instant gratification, as I said before.
Yeah.
When I don't see it immediately, it's just annoying. It's hard to really keep focusing.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel
Oh,
that way about about the separate Instagram I made because I'd be like, there's nobody over there. I don't want to post to nobody. But then at the same time, I'm like,
Hmm.
you should because you started it. Like it should be fun because nobody's there anyway. So just post a picture, just post a video.
Exactly.
But it's hard because
Hmm.
nobody's over there. They can't see me or like my picture
Hmm.
because they don't see
right.
it.
I post something. Why we not at a million? Fucking cats and
Right.
dogs getting a million today.
But
Like
honestly, I
shit.
really feel
Pissing me
like
off.
I really feel like I'm
Sorry.
not in the
Shout out to
space
them.
for my videos to be hitting a million because I don't be consistent. So imagine I hit a million and then people are like now it's an influx of people asking me questions, doing all
You
this. I'm
don't
like,
think
oh my God.
I feel like
I
I'm the
think it would be
opposite. If I got a
overwhelming.
million today, I would go so hard because I'm like,
Real.
as long as my notifications aren't on, because That would piss me off, my phone not working. But like if I got $1 million today, that would make me go harder because it's like now I see it. Now I see why I'm doing this. But also I had a post that went well, but I didn't like I did it, but I didn't love it. So you would think that would have made me do better, but it's just like I
She
did this,
instead stopped
didn't like
doing
it.
that
I'm trying
content.
to move away from it. Bro,
She was
because
like, I
I
can't stand
no, the
this.
thing is, I don't want to blow up doing something I don't like. Once I did it, I said, "Oh, I hate this. This is blowing up. I hate it." So I had to get away from that immediately. I said, "Oh, there must be another way." But
which makes sense.
yeah, I think
you tried
pivoting
it wasn't for you.
confidently is hard. God damn.
And that I think like nobody's pivoted confidently. I'll be honest with you. I think that's an illusion. I think you be lying in your face. If they've pivoted confidently, it's probably because they was already rich. So the pivot was like a no-brainer. It's like, oh well, let's just do it. Like it's not a big deal. Pivoting as a Black person in America that's not wealthy is hard. Like, and you will be out here feeling like the world is about to end. Like that's just
Every
the
day.
truth. Yeah, exactly. That's just the truth. And you feel like a failure. Family, don't even get me started on my family, please. The things I was hearing, the questions I was getting asked, like it was getting to the point where like I was anxious to even be around family. I was like, please get me away from these folk. I don't want to talk to y'all about it. Please don't ask me again to explain why I did what I did. Like I just, it just is. I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, pivoting is not a thing. At least not. It wasn't for me. I can't speak for nobody else, but it wasn't for me.
No, I think you're right. I don't think anybody does. Even the most like devout Christians who believe in walking by faith, like there's a little bit of you that is worried. There's a little bit of you that is worried. Not that you don't think that God got you. It's just like, how is it gonna go? Even if you're not in that type of scare, you're still thinking like, dang, how's it gonna go though? When is it gonna happen? It's not that God doesn't have you, it's when is it gonna kick in? When is he gonna be like, all right, now here's your $1 million? Is it gonna be 3 years? Is it gonna be 3 months? Like that kind of stuff is hard. So I definitely agree. I don't think anybody is stepping out and doing anything. Even when people do things in their norm, they're confused, scared, worried. So I couldn't imagine actually being like, you know what? Flip life over. I'm confident. Like, no, I'm scared. I'm terrified. But, kudos to you for doing it and saving your mental health, because it seemed like that place was a lot.
No, yeah. Girl. Sick to my stomach every day. It's terrible.
What? I messed up one thing at work one time. It turned into a whole thing. I was sick every time. Every meeting, every conversation, I'm sick. Please, I can't eat. Every time we have a end of the year annual review, I'm sick. I can't eat. I literally have to schedule them first thing in the morning. Like, I don't know what you're gonna say.
Because imagine doing it later. Imagine,
literally,
like, why would you schedule a meeting at 3:00 with no title? What?
Exactly. What are we talking about? I'm terrified.
No title. Am I getting fired? I would be sick.
Because that's what it's giving.
Quick chat.
Right. Because
quick chat.
Don't ever throw no schedule
I'll be like,
on my
am I
calendar.
getting fired today? Everything is like,
and they know it's scary.
I'm like, org meeting.
Oh, they do that.
Am I getting fired? Fuck that mean. We all just met. Hey, how you doing, bitch? I was stressed. Oh my gosh. But
it's really terrible.
Disgusting.
Well, I think that sums it up. We usually like to end the podcast by doing like a quotable. So basically, just tell them something you can be quoted on from this episode, or a quote of life that you have. And yeah,
your favorite quote.
Ooh, the pressure. Okay, I gotta think for a second. Okay. I think, okay. I'm gonna try and not make this long because I can talk a lot and I'd be long-winded. I guess my quotable would be, it really depends on what you believe, because like your belief will shape your reality like after that.
Mm-hmm.
So be careful and mindful of like what you tell yourself, what you allow people to tell you. And if you have to cut people out or be like very hard on like don't say that to me or I don't want to have this conversation, then do that, because
Mm-hmm.
I really truly believe that like our reality, to an extent, like I'm not saying be delusional, but our reality is ours. So like you get to make the decisions on how that looks. So you should definitely like make those decisions. Because if you don't, somebody else will.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else will. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think my quotable is, I mean, the only thing that's really stuck in my brain, which is something you previously said, just said, was that like stepping out on faith is scary and you're always going to do it scared. And you kind of just have to charge it to the game. Like life is scary.
For real.
So if you feel hella uncomfortable in your situation, or just not even just uncomfortable, you just want better for yourself, just find a way to do it. Find a way to do it. Think about it a lot. Maybe it'll, turn into you being uncomfortable, so where you have to make a change. But yeah, that's what I would say as my quotable. That's scary no matter what. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I think for my quotable, I agree. Like with, I think the power of the mind and the power of your words and what you say to yourself and what you just say out loud. I think that's always been a thing that I've been worried about. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but even though sometimes I do be talking down, but that's a side note. But I think the power of the tongue is very important. And
Yeah.
if you have something you want to do, just keep speaking it. Even if you don't want to do it right now, I would say just keep speaking it out loud. They probably might get annoyed, but just keep doing it.
Amen. That's a
Mm-hmm.
word right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is
Um,
a wrap. Would you like to tell them all your socials where they can find you?
Yes. Okay. So let me look at it because I should know it off the top of my head, but I just want to make sure. My business Instagram is at Althea, which is spelled ALTHEA _studios.co. So
Mm-hmm.
Althea _studios.co. And my website is in my bio, but that's just altheastudiosco.com. And I also, on my website, I am going to be dropping blogs soon. Just kind of like talking about my life, days, things I've learned, all that good stuff. Because I really feel like I have a lot of information that I want people to know, that I feel like it's like one of those things, like you were saying, like you just don't know what you don't know till you see it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that on there. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, those are my socials.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess my personal one. Let me share that
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah. Tell them.
My personal Instagram is _SYLKK_. So silk with a Y and 2 Ks. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Lovely. And obviously, if you want to see us, but
yeah.
don't quote me, we're on But Don't Quote Me. We're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, the things. Email us if you want us to talk about your business. Okay. We've said it again a million times. We're going to keep saying it. For us to get in your business and really tell you who's wrong, you must email us. But don't quote me
Okay.
pod
Come on now.
at gmail.com. And if you want to catch me,
Yes,
Lindie,
ma'am.
personally, I'm at _Lindior on everything Lindior's Life on YouTube.
If you want to catch me, Madison, it's Madison Ophelia on everything. And for my travel page, it's the Travel Interlude on TikTok and YouTube. Period. But thank you
Period.
guys so much for listening, and we'll see
Yeah.
y'all next Monday. Bye.
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 Yes.